Welcome into Sports Betting with Donnie, presented by RightWager.com.
Saturday Night Live NFL action. Good to be with everybody out there. Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers kicking off in about 5 minutes here. To me, not the more intriguing game of the day, which actually just took place between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. We'll go over that game in just a few moments, but just wanted to come on, hang out, have some fun. Had to do a couple things on some college basketball games today, so I was tied up during the day. That's why I didn't go live for the earlier game between the Bills and the Broncos, which turned out to be just a bust of a game anyway. And some interesting stuff of where you take a look at those games as I look at my big board and how I avoid losses and not avoid losses, and that razor thin margin of making that right play and how it can actually turn out in your favor. But actually just going over and looking at this game tonight, we'll try to see if we can hit a live bet. Got really lucky the other night on that Chargers bet. Coming at an overtime win over the Raiders. Bet that at live -1.5 for the Chargers when they already had a lead, and Derek Carr went out of the game. Didn't think that even had a chance. And I was watching down the end. You saw the missed field goals down. Oh, my God. And the Raiders take up the entire overtime, kick a field goal. Pretty much figured it was dead at that point. And they come down the field and punch in a touchdown. So that was fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Let me log into YouTube here, and I'll be able to pick off some comments and have some fun. At least we'll be hanging out throughout the first half, doing it live, as we like to say. Spread tonight, -8.5 on the Packers, 53.5. It's cold weather in Green Bay, but again, cold weather is not really the issue. It's the wind. There's not much wind in Green Bay tonight, and there's no precipitation. So it's really not that bad of an environment to play, specifically for Green Bay when you're talking this late in the season. And I do think the Green Bay Packers should be able to put it on Carolina, but it's one of those things, do you trust the Green Bay Packers throughout an entire football game to cover that 8.5 when you're probably looking at something? Packers be up by a touchdown at the half, which is the way I will be looking at this one, no doubt about it. What's good, Akbar? How's it going today, man? That's really the way that I will be looking at this one. Didn't really take a look too much team total-wise, because if you take a look, I still have them up here. Let me just bring up the final team total lines here. Using Bet365 just as a overview, so I don't have to skip around on too many spots here. Carolina Panthers, they try to keep it enticing. 20.5 -120. Green Bay Packers 32.5 -120. What are we going to get out of this game? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, no, I know a lot of people are trying to make picks on this game. I got a lot of DMs and hey, what do you like tonight? Which the ultimate teaser, which is probably what half of the entire population is on, and I actually agree with it, was doing the Buffalo Bills paired up with the Green Bay Packers. I couldn't see either one of those teams losing. Now, when you get into Week 15, which we're about to kick off here today, got the headphones on so at least I can hear the broadcast and talk to you guys about it. But it's the haves and the have-nots this late in the season. Denver didn't have any, and it's all like, sharp money coming on the Broncos. The Broncos don't need anything in this game. They're just looking to see maybe if Drew Lock can have a good game and see what happens. But Buffalo needs this to progress, win the division, improve their playoff seed, and get hot for the playoffs. It's the same way tonight. Carolina's not playing for anything. And I know Matt Rule is going to bring a lot to the table and have his team play hard, and Teddy Bridgewater, but they don't need this game. The Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers have a chance to secure that first round bye, which is the only bye in either conference. You get one in the AFC, one in the NFC. You get the rest. You play at home all the way through to the Super Bowl. That's what they're playing for. So when you take a look at the 8.5, is it really a lot of points when one team really doesn't need this? And how about just getting smoked last week by the Denver Broncos? We know what the Denver Broncos are all about. It's trash. Straight up trash stuff, man. So we'll see if and again, I like Matt Rule. I mean, saying that, I do like the guy, and I think he's going to bring something to the table here. I just don't know how much they can compete. So those monster teasers that you can have where you compare like 4 or 5 teams up, because as I said, again, there is a lot of teams that don't give a damn about the season. It was a great day for football, by the way, also watching earlier. I think we're going to get what everybody wants. At least Clemson secured getting into the college football playoff, because Clemson and Bama is what we wanted at the beginning of the year. Maybe throw some fodder. And Ohio State's always fun to have in because Justin Fields is an awesome quarterback. And when they're healthy, that's a dangerous team. Notre Dame's probably going to get in anyway because they did knock off Clemson when Clemson was the top team in the country. Now it rolls over. Does it really matter who the fourth team is? Cincinnati would get beat by 40 by anybody. Notre Dame's going to get wasted. We do know that as well. Texas A&M doesn't deserve to be in it. But I'm watching this game as it kicks off because I got both the games on TV here. That Tulsa-Cincinnati game, which is in Cincinnati, is in the pouring rain. We'll see how that plays into it. I still think Cincinnati should be able to win that football game easy, though. Yeah, I like that. And we'll see if we can play something in-game and see if it makes sense. But it looks like Carolina's going to get the ball first, so whenever you take that first half, you always like to have the home team, but it is what it is at this point here. So let's see what happens tonight in this game to see how it starts out. So I'm going to flip over to some live in-play action here, and we'll keep an eye on how it goes. Panthers get out to about the 24-yard line, and they'll start from there 1st and 10. I always get a kick out of that. It's 8.5 as the game opens, but as soon as you kick off, it's now 9.5, even though Carolina's got the football. It's almost like they give you a free point on the opposite side on those. But I do want to keep my eye on here, the Cincinnati game as well. We'll see how that one plays out. Of course, we get no run CMC in the backfield. So again, Mike Davis will be back there. He's done a really good job this year. He's been a really good, reliable running back. All right, Davis get the first carry. And again, when you look at Green Bay, it's all about the defense. If they can come to play, if they can be physical, because they've known not be able to stop the run and be all that effective doing that. But you're not going up against a fantastic offense tonight, but it's certainly going to be serviceable. You got some weapons on the outside. You have an average offensive line. But again, Green Bay doesn't really get after you on the passing end of it there. Florida plus 10 in Cincinnati. Yeah, that's right. Florida. Is the Florida game on now too? I should put that on the of course, I don't have the oh, there we go. We got a couple TVs I can put that on. So you got second down play. Looks like bring up about a 3rd and 3 for the Carolina Panthers. And let me bring up that Florida game here. Completely forgot Alabama was on. How about that? Shows you my interest right now in college football. Or has it started yet? There we go. Yep, absolutely it started. All right, so now we got a couple games we can watch tonight. Good stuff. Centered on this NFL game, but we'll keep an eye on 4th down. So obviously Cincinnati's already punting. Timeout, Green Bay Packers early, 1 minute and 10 seconds into the game on a 3rd and 2. So that'll take 30-second timeout here. But just turning in now to that Florida-Alabama game and also the Cincinnati game as well. And looks like Alabama already in the red zone just to start this game off. Well, Florida, Florida's a good football team, but Alabama's just on another planet. Alabama, Clemson's, again, you should just play every year. Every single year, I would love it if they just met up and played. There's just so many weapons. Now you got 1st and goal for the Alabama Crimson Tide, 12 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. But let's focus back on this NFL game. 3rd and 2. Teddy Bridgewater in the shotgun. Twins left wide out, 1 wide receiver at the top. He's got some time to throw. Bad pass by Teddy over the middle. Should have been an easy completion for a 1st down, but a misread either by the running, Moore or Teddy on that one. Yeah, let me see this play on replay again. Just had some simple crossing routes, and he just threw it behind him. Wide open over the middle. Would have been an easy 1st down to step up, but didn't happen. So punting already, and as you see, that live line immediately jolts up to 10.5. Let's dip into the fridge here. Let's Gatorade up for tomorrow. You got to get ready. So fair catch. Now Green Bay is going to get the football inside of their own 20. Over-under drops down to 51.5. And still the Carolina Panthers sitting at plus 9.5. So good start there if you have that Green Bay Packers there, Akbar. I mean, literally, Green Bay should be able to do whatever they want. They really should. Strong offensive line, dominant run game, one of the best wide receivers in football, specifically this year, Devontae Adams. There's not too much resistance here. I think the Carolina Panthers defense will give them. We'll see how he operates early and see if we might be able to find something that we like here. All right, Aaron Rodgers drops back and throws the ball into the ground to avoid a sack. So good play by the Carolina Panthers starting out here. If anybody else has any wagers they got, we'll talk about them, have some fun, flip through. Let's see what we got here. Just flipping around. Chat box also. What do we got here? What is that from? I love reading Twitter. Oh, man. Twitter's endless source here, man. Endless. All right, 2nd and 10, dumps it out of the backfield. It's going to pick up about 9, close to the first down. So either a 3rd and short or a first down here. Yeah, look at that, man. 39 touchdown passes, 38 punts for the Packers. I mean, what is that about? Seriously? Seriously, Packers? Oh, man. Never a dull day on Twitter out here. What's up, Mr. Chalwy? It's good. Love the avatar. All right, so we got 3rd and about 1, so they didn't give him a first down. He bust a run. That's a big one. That's a big one for Aaron Jones. Bust it down to the 25. This might be an exit early in this one, huh? 13 and a half now is now up on the live line, over under 54 and a half. And it's amazing how Aaron Jones doesn't get the majority of the work, it seems like, in the backfield. They always want to have other running backs, and Jamal Williams, that is your go-to guy, 46 yards on the ground. What's good, Bob Brad? What's good, brother? So Green Bay Packers already in business. Already in business. So it's one of those things. Yeah, Packers good, man. Packers looking good this year. All right, so we got 1st and 10 from about the 26-yard line. And Jamal Williams comes into the game, quickly goes up the middle. He's going to pick up about 13 yards. And again, isn't that one of the things that you probably looked at if you were capping this game overall? Not so much of who's going to win or who can do well, but it's who actually needs it and wants it, really. Like, you're the Carolina Panthers going up to Green Bay in that cold environment, not really anything to play for. You laying it all on the line, or just looking to say, hey, a couple weeks left in the season, and then I'm going to be out of here? That's the way I would look at it there. Team total over 15 and a half. What's that for, Sabino? What'd you get that for? Oh, Packers first half, 15 and a half? Wow. I like that. Good start, too. And that picks it. It looks like they're ready to punch this one in early. That's strong, man. 15 and a half is a tough one to hit, man. That's tough. That takes a lot of gumption to fire that, because most people are looking for, 13 and a half, or worst case 14, so you get 2 touchdowns. But you need more than 2 touchdowns. And they didn't even get the ball on the first kickoff. That's interesting. But I do like it, man. Love it, man. Love coming on here hanging out. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got 2nd and goal, or actually 2nd and 4 from about the 8, and get a first down inside the 5-yard line. Play fake. Oh, so wide open in the flat. Passes him, goes back to him. Down at the 1. So they got 1st and goal from the 1. And I guess if anybody out here is, Packers are definitely winning. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. One thing about Rodgers, when he knows he can put up points, he usually does. Yeah, the question was always, are they going to need a lot, Because you're not going to be throwing all second half with a double-digit lead when you're just trying to get the victory. But it matters of what the Carolina Panthers are going to give you. Because in this game, if I'm looking to take the Green Bay Packers, which I do think they're going to win, and included, I had a super teaser here. Let me see my, which I don't do all that much, but it's with a local. And I like to just keep the book active. So that's a quick touchdown here. Green Bay Packers are already in. Robert Tonyan, or as he calls it, Tunyon. So that's a touchdown there for the Green Bay Packers. And we'll see what that line resets at once this extra point comes up here. All right. Now, super teaser. Buffalo Bills was a winner. They were just a pick 'em. And I should have had this game Green Bay. I don't know why I didn't hook it in here, but I got the Indianapolis Colts -1.5, Seattle Seahawks +0.5, and the Arizona Cardinals -0.5 to complete that super teaser. I mean, that's what I'm sitting on that stuff. Plus 700 what for the Panthers? Dang. Hey. Love it. It's interesting, though. 56.5 now. 14.5 for the Panthers. And yeah, Panthers plus 550. Tough one, man. I banked on the Bills first. That was a beautiful play. Hey, what's up, Top Set? What's good, brother? Love it, man. Yep. See if we can pick on something tonight. As I said, hey, a win is a win, and I got lucky on the Charger game the other night, but money still spends all the same, whether or not you fall into it or stumble into it, So that worked for me there. Looks like Cincinnati got a turnover and Florida driving. So really good day for all sports, huh? You guys got NBA coming up if you like that. We got the college football playoff coming up. The last couple weeks, the NFL right into the playoffs. We'll see when. Anybody out there know? Because I don't follow hockey all that much, but I saw they signed an agreement to start the season. I just don't know when that first game is. Trask or Mac Jones for the Eagles? Yeah, no, neither one. I tell you right now, I will take some of the weapons on the outside. I'll take a Kyle Pitts. How about that? I'll take a couple of those, wide receivers from Alabama. Absolutely. I think Mac Jones would be a decent NFL quarterback. I do. He's got a pretty good head on his shoulders, can flip that ball around pretty good. I love Kyle Pitts. That's a nasty tight end, man. Reminds me like that Kellen Winslow type guy, Yeah, I don't watch UFC that much. And again, as I get older, I like to say I got to conserve my energy. I used to be all in on college football, man. All in on college football. That's a big play for Florida, so they tie up Alabama. I used to be all in on that. But I found business-wise and just life-wise, if I could just pour all my energy into the NFL with shows and content and obviously picks on my service, it's benefited me quite a bit. And I'm really happy with the results. And again, on Saturdays like today, I could spend it with the family. I do a couple other things with some other companies and spread my time that when all week long you're going back and forth and also keeping track of, 100 football games, it feels like, in college football each and every week. It's a lot easier to keep track of 15 games in the NFL, but it's good stuff. I do love a good fight too, Goons. Like, I don't mind the UFC. And when there's a big event in the UFC, like a Conor McGregor fight or whatnot, we watch it. We round the boys up and get after it. But overall, never really got into it all that much. Even back in the days, like, the Kimbo Slice when he was in UFC and stuff. I mean, he wasn't a very good fighter, but it was still a big show when he fought. And we all used to watch it, man. What's on your Xmas menu? I don't know, man. I don't know. Not that much, man. It's not a lot of family stuff going on this year with all COVID and stuff like that. Because I do live with my mother-in-law, and she's in her 70s, so we don't really, want to do that much. And by the way, getting back to this Carolina Panthers game, quick end around, got no yards for the Carolina Panthers. And yeah, look at that 7-7, man. X was canceled. You're right, man. Yeah, Florida's in that. They're in it, man. They are in it. So we got a teeter for Cincinnati. We'll see if Cincinnati can run this one up or at least have some people, mess around thinking they can get into the college football playoff and stuff, right? Yeah, the Bills are awesome, Devin. The Bills are awesome. And the only shame of it, deep ball here for Teddy Bridgewater. He's got a guy, too. DJ Moore made the catch. Great one. That's a great one. Now, see, we're looking at some of these lines right now, 13.5 and 57.5, even with that big – I'm not 57.5. I'm not taking – I don't care what the deal is. I feel bad for the Bills fans. Like, you deserve this season. You deserve a big-time run to the playoffs. And you see, your governor saying, oh, limited fans we might be able to have in. What are you guys going to put, like 300 fans in there? Nonsense, man. Nonsense. That place should be rocking. Bill Stadium, Rich Stadium, whatever they call it now, New Era Field. That place should be rocking. The Ralph. Remember those days growing up as a kid, through my teenage years, Buffalo Bills Place just rocking. Bill Smith, Darryl Talley, Mark Kelso, all those great players they had on defense getting after it. And that crowd just piling on, man, in that high school / college stadium. Awesome stuff. Yep. Damn right, man. Used to love those Jim Kelly offenses. Original run and gun, man. They got after it. All right, so we got Carolina Panthers driving now. Another first down as they creep down towards the red zone here. Yeah, Thurman Thomas. Who was the backup? Was Kenneth Davis? I think the backup was. Was it Kenneth Davis? Who was that backup running back? He was a really good backup, too, to Thurman Thomas. Andre Reed. I mean, there's some fantastic players in that organization back then. All right, so Teddy Bridgewater taking over 21-yard line, live line 12.5, 57.5 at this point. I'm trying to look at this 12.5 here because I like the way the Carolina Panthers look on this drive. I actually would rather the Carolina Panthers just get a field goal here because if that line creeps will it creep to 14 though? I don't know about that. I don't know if that's even possible right now. 7:27 left in the first quarter. 2nd and 10. Let's see. All right. 2nd and 10 now. Shotgun running back to the left. He's getting time to, actually, I should say he's getting time to throw. He just got sacked. So that's 3rd and 10. So now we're looking at 13.5 as a team total. And that's starting to get a little bit enticing here. Anybody else got a 14 anywhere out there? Because that's what would interest me here. Because you can see the temperature's not a really issue tonight. And as I said, again, no windy conditions. That's not a matter tonight in this Green Bay game. Man, Devontae Smith is something else. Whew. All right, so it's a dump off over the middle to get closer to field goal range. They're at about the 17-yard line. Ball came loose, but it looks like he was down there. I think they do. I think they can get to 20. After that, even though it looks like just a field goal try here, I think they'll be game in this. I really do. Let's see if that ball did come out. Nah, he's down. He's down by contact there. All right, so field goal is coming up here. Let's see what pops up after this. 36-yarder. Should be an easy kick. Right down the pipe. So we got 7-3. Let's say so it's 11. Isn't that crazy how that happens? Like before the field goal, you had 13.5. And he makes the field goal and you get 11.5 now. Weird stuff. Weird stuff on the way they do it. But again, some good games on here. I just have the Cincinnati game on in the background just to see if any craziness happens. Because I know a lot of you folks out here rooting for Cincinnati to get into the playoffs, which I think is absolutely ludicrous. Surfing around. Really excited for tomorrow. Really excited for tomorrow. The 3 I got, I'm really excited about the 3 plays I have in tomorrow. Weather's appropriate. Not going to have any issues whatsoever. Late off. And again, let's get back to the early game today, right? With the Denver Broncos. That's right, man. Could always make it happen. Out and about. But in that Denver game earlier, and it's all, I would show you my big board, but it's got, can't really tilt the camera, but it's got a couple plays up there as well. Number 1 on the list when I go down and make it. I was a little bit late this week on making my big board, actually, on which games I liked and didn't like. Because when I looked, it wasn't a lot that was jumping out. So you want to let the week play out to see what happens. But the Denver Broncos were up there. And at first you're looking at the Buffalo Bills, but you see them around that like 28.5 in that range. You need a lot to get to 30. And it's rare I go that high, but I do it sometimes. But as I'm looking and I'm saying to myself, like, I think Denver's going to be able to answer the bell because I think Buffalo will be able to score. And then you saw last week the COVID list comes out, and you had McManus go on it. Tweets out about Wednesday, like, hey, I'm not going to be able to kick this weekend. But there were some rumors coming around that there might be an outside chance that he would get activated on Saturday morning, which is a big deal. Because when you cross the 50-yard line in Denver, which nice weather, which you had today, he's pretty much automatic. I mean, I know he missed a couple extra points a week ago, but he's a really good kicker. And then I see the Russolino kid, never kicked in the NFL, didn't know if I could trust. I said, it's probably not going to come down to that. But I don't really trust the play overall. And I'm watching the game, second quarter. They score the touchdown late in the first half. I'm like, damn, they're going to get 14 points. I really overthought this. They're going to be able to get this because 20.5 was listed at Bet365, minus 125, minus 120 in that range. I said, they're going to get this. I left it off the table. So he lines up for the extra point. No go. So when you see missed extra points and getting on the board, you can't miss that stuff, man. So it turns into 13 points, which doesn't sound like, oh, well, they got 13 points in the first half. You know how that sets up in the second half. That's a scoring drive. And once the game got out of whack, you realize quickly that Denver wasn't going to be kicking field goals necessarily in the second half. So even when they scored late in the game, you would need a 2-point conversion. They still ended up kicking the extra point, and he missed it again. Simple stuff like that can just pile up on you because those numbers are so razor sharp of what you like. But it's one thing when you have, Justin Tucker of the Baltimore Ravens kicking for you, where extra points are going to be good. Anything inside of 55 is going to be good. You don't worry about the 36-yarder. He's going to make that. And missing those field goals really hurt. And laying off the Broncos feels like a win. Because if it doesn't always add up, we all want to bet games, and it's a lot of fun to bet. But hey, man, when people are paying you for picks and paying you to give out your advice, you got to stick to what works for you and what makes the most sense. Because, a lot of people in the touting business or the pick selling business, you make more money the more picks you give out. But I make a good amount of money on doing content, and I use the picks as supplemental. But I'm not going to give out stuff that doesn't make sense. And I get, hey, you only had 4 plays this week or 3 plays this week, And I always have the adage is, I'm here to win. I'm not here to bet games. Like, you don't pay me to bet games. People pay me so I can win them money. And that's what we try to stick towards, having a good one. What's Akbar saying down here? How do you feel about Arizona State? I don't know. Like, I got no issue with that. Over these days, is Arizona State basketball or football? Like, that's how up to date I am on that. So I'm trying to get a play in here that's going to make sense. I saw the 13.5. I tell you right now, I'm actually still liking the Carolina Panthers now, even though they're losing with the 12.5 on a live line. I got to tell you. Like, I think they can move the football here. Yeah, see, football, like, that's an honest question out of me. Like, I actually didn't know. I didn't even know Arizona State was playing tonight. Just without fans in college in the short season, and it's just a mess. All right, Aaron Rodgers over the middle now to Devontae Adams, picks up the first down. They're at about the 44-yard line with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. I got to tell you, like, yes, there you go. There you go. Yeah, you're on my same site, Top Set. You know what I'm looking at. Because I got a feeling that, again, they're going to be able to play late in the game, and it's not about winning the football game necessarily. It's about just hanging around. Person found the Packers, that'll push it back. But I like where you're going with that. It's on right now. I see it in the background. Right in the background where it says, where that monitor is, it should be playing for you right there, man. Game's playing right there. I can see it right now. Yeah, he's a beast. He's an animal. Well, who's the flag on? What was the personal foul anyway? Was he taunting? That's trash. I hate those cheap ones. All right, Alabama's in. I mean, this Smith kid is outrageous, man. How high is he going to go in the draft for Alabama? They just print wide receivers, man. Yep, can't you see it? Kyle, cannot you see it in my background right there? There's a monitor in the background right now That if I look at it, it says sports betting with Donnie. But if you look at it through YouTube, it's the actual game. So if you look hard enough, you can see it. All right, 7, 2nd and 10 now. I'm actually hoping, like crazy as this, I'm actually hoping Green Bay scores again because I do want to get that 14.5 number, man. It is a trash call, man. It really is. All right, so you got 2nd and 10 from about the 26-yard line. All right, so you're going to have 3rd and long, about 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 here for Aaron Rodgers. By the way, Kyle, I know you're in here and listening. How great is it where the Green Bay Packers, they hand it to Aaron Jones, busts off a 50-yard run. I'm watching right now. He's floating it out there to Williams for a 2-yard play out of the backfield. It's just maddening stuff. It really is. No, I don't think they're going to cover tomorrow, AJS. I really don't. The news coming out today that Darius Slay is now going to be out for them. I don't know. It's not about the front seven. It's not about the effort of the Eagles or even Jalen Hurts. It's about the secondary completely breaking down, man. Completely breaking down. There's Rodgers in the free play. I hate the Packers so much. Look, even if you're betting on them winning money, they are a tough watch, man. The free plays, the throw it downfield 1-on-1, get a flag. Oh, it's hard stuff. Yep. We both had the Bills. How about a lot of people today weren't feeling the Bills, though? I didn't understand that. Talking about it was a tough spot for the Bills today to go into Denver. There's no crowd. What tough spot did they have? It was 40 degrees as if it was in Buffalo. There was no wind. Like, what was the tough part about that spot? So much for the Denver Broncos was a better spot than being the Buffalo Bills. I didn't get that there. No, I know. I just can't stand the Packers at times, man. It hurts. The throw and the punt pass is what I like to call it, which was perfected by Joe Flacco, where you throw, 3rd down, 2nd down, you just throw it up and you go like this, and then the refs give you the flag. So, yeah, I don't think it was sharp money because everybody, usually put it this way, Sabino, when they talk about sharp money, it's a funny anecdote because it apparently like you can only be sharp by taking horrendous football teams. That's what I get out of it. No, it does, especially late in the season, Devin, really. Late in the season, man, you got it. Some of these teams really have to win. And you see that at this time, which is interesting this year because week 17 in the NFL, I really like to bet because you have a lot of teams still playing. You have a lot of teams with nothing to play for. And you have a lot of teams that might be resting players. And it's really easy to see on Monday or Tuesday of that week who's in, who's out, where you're going to get a regular line. Let's just say, I don't know, the Rams and Jared Goff, where he might be on the bench along with Aaron Donald and along with Jalen Ramsey. And they'll tip their hand early in the week. But this year, you only have the 2 buys, which probably are going to be wrapped up by that time. So maybe those teams are sitting out. But how much does it really matter after that? I don't know. And that's going to be hard because this is a really big adjustment this year. Because a lot of times in the NFL, we're looking at home teams. Why? Because you have the home field advantage. And by the way, 14.5 are now showing up here. Let me just watch this 3rd down play because I might be in here in a second. All right, so we got the 1st down. That's a big play. Can I get more than 14.5 now? Woo. Oh, that's sharp, man. Let's go, Jets. Jets, Jets. So now we got a 14.5 point spread, which is exactly what I actually wanted here. But now I seem like I want to get greedy on the 14.5. Like I want to watch this series go down. I'm getting greedy right now. Because 14.5 now is that live line sitting there at Bet365, which is what I was waiting for. They should kill the Cincinnati Bengals. And they should start getting angry about the way they're playing. James Conner, James Conner in, out, doesn't matter, slug. Just a slug in the backfield. But this is good stuff, though. So I think, should we wait for the Packers to score again? What are we thinking? Over 56.5. I still don't like that. It's still a ridiculous number. But I liked what I saw out of Carolina on their last drive. I think they can push it a little bit. Just going to be a matter of that pain threshold when you might be down 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and you just need 1 touchdown. Can you get it? There goes Jones again, just an animal in the backfield, man. Taif, what's good, man? Welcome in. Really, Ryan Finley's in there. I know. How crazy is that? That team's going backwards quick without Joe Burrow. Good Lord. Let me see. Don Christmas, he loves Arizona State. He said everything you lost this season. Hey, maybe he's got it, right? He's got to have that information, right? Next year might be a little bit more exciting for me in college football than it has been this year. All right, 15.5 now at the end of the quarter. Now see if they. I'm trying to figure this out. 16.5. But it wouldn't be smart to take it now. So if they score a touchdown here and go 14-3, would it drop? Why would it drop though? Do you know what I mean? I'm almost wait. I don't want to take the 16.5 and have them get a touchdown, which obviously they're going to get, and have that turn into 17.5. Let me see. Let's see what they got after this touchdown by Green Bay coming up. Donnie Packers play defense when they want, especially at home. I don't know, man. I don't know. What you got, Tyfe? Major parlays needing Tampa Bay, okay, Kansas City, okay, and Seattle. I mean, yeah, I don't have any issue with that. Anybody else out there in the chat box had an issue with those? I don't. Money line, no. People try to tell you that Kansas City's a trap, though. Like, Kansas City's down to 2.5 at Chris. So let me get this straight. Like, Drew Brees is coming back. Okay, if he's healthy, that might be a little bit of an advantage going from Taysom Hill. Mike Thomas is down, and you still got Mahomes. So basically, with that you're expecting New Orleans to beat Kansas City there. I said it all week. And I've been here all week, so with the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm not bouncing away. It's the greatest thing I ever bought in my life. The Ben DiNucci's jersey is the greatest thing. Like, I want to have it as a memento back there. Like, if you have something funny that goes on in the NFL or somewhere, and you just throw another jersey up there, because the frame costs more than the jersey. Like, you buy those replicas for like $80, $90 right off of Fanatics. But whenever you get like one of those whack jerseys, like, it's a great starter. Like, same thing as people come down and say, hey, man, a Super Bowl trophy's in the background. Yeah, it's a great starter. But even my daughter is 9 years old, and to this day, she still doesn't understand why I have a Cowboys player on my wall. And I try to explain it to her, but she doesn't get the sarcasm. Like, hey, look, it's for shows. People see it. They laugh. You know, why do you have that in your background? You know, Wentz stinks. Like, all that stuff comes up when you see the Ben DiNucci. But my daughter still doesn't understand why it's up there. Like, Dad, you are an Eagles fan. We're Eagles fans. Why do you have a Cowboys jersey? Honey, look, here's why I have it up here. And the next day, she'll tell me, like, I don't even understand, like, why there's a Cowboys jersey on your wall. So, like, knock it, like, you know, hey, doom, 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 doom. Like, is the mic on? You know? Jeez. She don't get it. All right, so are we going to see this go to over 17 when they score? Are we? I don't know. Yeah, Julio's out, man. That's a mess. Tampa Bay should win that game. Got first half Green Bay's 13 first half team totals over 13.5 for Tampa Bay and Kansas. It should get. I agree, man. I don't have a lot of argument with that stuff. I like to play devil's advocate, but I'm agreeing with you there. You think the Saints win, Devin? You do? I mean, look, they can. But you know what I would feel more confident with? If there was 75,000 people screaming down in the Superdome to try to help them out. So we got a first and goal from the 10 here. Aaron Jones gets about 4 yards. So they're down inside. Let's see. I actually see that drops to 16.5 still. Let's see what this. I'm really interested what this line comes out to be in a second here. Let's see. All right, 2nd and goal. Rodgers 8 of 10, basically in the first quarter, 360 yards and a touchdown. Throws it away. So this will be an interesting one. I actually don't want them to kick this field goal. That line's going to plummet. So now if you were a betting man, which we are, you got 3rd and goal from the 6. You can get a great number at 15.5 right now if you think Green Bay is going to get stopped on this play. Like, you can get a great number. But I don't believe that heavily in Carolina's defense that they can come up with something. That's a nice defensive stand there on 2nd down. But now we're talking 3rd down here. We'll see what happens. Yeah, hey, look. That line's only 2.5, 3 for a reason, Top Set. So there's going to be people in that same boat. He's going to run it in. So, all right, the Packers get a touchdown with Aaron Rodgers. Let's see what this number resets at here. Yeah, it is. But the next drive, he'll be on the bench because they want to get a look at Jamal Williams again. Yeah, come on. I don't know. The Giants' offense is going to be wretched tomorrow. Washington's offense is going to be wretched tomorrow, man. Oh, the NFC least, isn't it, boys? It really is, man. It really is. So there we go. 7. Okay. When this comes up at 17, that's back to 15.5. Come on, come back up and flash me 17.5. Give me something to cheer on. No, you're gonna have to hold your nose in this one and lay down. But yeah, I know you like that. Sabino likes it. He's all over that. He got that team total rolling. Pop it up. Come on. It says 17.5, but not bettable yet. 18.5. There we go. I'll take it. 18.5. Let's go. All right, so let's go in here, and I am going to take it at 18.5. Come on. Put it in. Bang, done. All right. So now we're going to sit on this game at 18.5. Let's put that up on the banner here. Just for something to root on. Not much money. Again, this isn't like, hey, we got a live bet on Panthers plus 18.5. There we go. So that's what we're in on tonight, boys. That's what kind of fun we're having here, huh? So we could add the 15.5. You thought they would have stopped, which probably would have dropped that line down to 11. But 18.5 is a lot because, again, we're going to have a legitimate chance to cover that all throughout the 4th quarter in this game. Yeah, they're down 11 right now. But if this game even gets out of whack, you're still going to be able to get a competent effort out of Carolina in the 4th quarter when Green Bay shouldn't be carrying all that much. So that's what I got it. That's what we're doing, man. Had to get a little live action in. Same way we came down with that Chargers game the other night. Yeah, I like it. And over 17.5 should be good. It really should. Because you look at that game late, let's say the Packers hang 35 in this game. For me, 18.5, I got to get to 17, which is just 2 more touchdowns throughout the game. Possible. And I think I do like that a lot. But tomorrow, anybody got any questions about tomorrow or anything like that? Because it's a really interesting card. And, me and Kyle are going to do the show tomorrow at sportsbookreview.com, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Would love for all of you guys to join us as well. But there's a lot of paint by numbers games. I'm talking about teams that need to win and teams that don't give a damn tomorrow. There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of intriguing games, too, that you can see go either way or make a argument either way. Good news in Baltimore, because when me and Kyle were doing the show this morning, looked like a little bit of maybe some drizzle rain conditions in Baltimore. That's cleared up, and that's the same thing in Washington if you like that Seattle game. Looks like the weather's clearing out as well. Going to get that low 40s, which is cool temperatures, not a lot of wind, and if there's precipitation, extremely light and moving out of the area quick. You know what's funny with that, AGS? I actually agree with that. And most people are going opposite that this week. But I just don't see the explosive plays coming from Atlanta at this time. I just don't. Hey, Sabino's great. It's great, man. Sabino's always in on it. He's always supporting the boys. Love it. All right, so live line still sitting at 18.5. 14 minutes left to go in the second quarter. They're going to line up at the 25-yard line here. All right, Davis up the middle, runs over a guy, picks up about 12, 13. Good start here. He's out tomorrow. He's going to be out tomorrow, Dave. What's good, man? Tom said, I like the Ravens to smoke them tomorrow. It'll be my first bet on them this year, and I'm going big. Let me tell you something about that game tomorrow. Gardner Minshew is going to put up a really good effort, but sometimes effort isn't enough because when I look at the Ravens game as they match up versus Jacksonville, 3 punts is a lot. Jacksonville forcing 3 punts in that game is a lot of punts for them. I think they're going to have to run after them because I think Baltimore's in the 30s tomorrow. I really do. I really think they get into the 30s versus that defense. Everybody's back off the COVID list. Running backs are set, ready to go. Lamar's ready to go. And also, they're playing for something at this time. It's not one of those teams where they can coast in and be like, hey, we're looking for the number 1 seed, or maybe we can't get there. Let's just see what we can do. They're in playoff mode. They have to win. They will be engaged in this football game. Not one. I'd be extremely surprised if I'm looking at this game late second quarter, like, man, I can't believe this game is 7-6 Jacksonville. Like, I really think Baltimore does come out strong in that football game. Honest to God, I do. Don, this is our lucky time when you go live. This is my forte. See, look at that. Exactly. Bringing luck all over the place. I think they will. I hope they do. 17.5 still out there on the live line, over under 56.5. But this is a big play right here, too. This is a big play. Come on, we need a first down conversion here. They hand it off to Davis. Powers ahead, gets the first down. That's a big first down. It's a good run by Davis. Yeah, I think they're going to be in it, man. I think they're going to be completely engaged tomorrow, Baltimore. And the good thing about the Baltimore Ravens is you don't need the explosive passing game for them to win. And specifically in the fourth quarter, let's just say the line's 12.5 or 13. They're up 7 at the 50-yard line with 5 minutes to go. That's 4 runs, and that's a touchdown for them. You know, that's they can bust it from all over the place, and that's what you have to love about that team. The only thing you have to get away from is you do see a tendency sometimes for Lamar to get a little careless in the red zone with the football. He doesn't do that. They'll be in good shape, man. No, I agree. I agree. And they, what I talk about, like, they really need to win. Like, when you're in that pack, you're fighting to gain momentum, and it starts this week. It's not one of those like, hey, let's just go out and see if we can win, or let's, do what we got to do. I think they really do it. What do you see broken, though? 2 straight weeks of rolling. Like, they were broken when they had COVID. They don't, you could argue that their secondary is down a little bit. And yeah, Minshew, but that defense is horrendous. That defense, if you can muscle them, going to be interesting to watch. All right, 1st and 20 now. That just dumped on my drive here for Carolina. Oh, no. Oh, we got it back. Whoa. Damn. Thank you. I could see that. But I think you get a pretty good effort all the way through, AJS. I do. Damn, he fumbled that ball and got that. I don't know how he got it back, but he did. That's unbelievable. Jets team total 10. Let me go see what it is right now. Hold on. Fox Bet had some ridiculous numbers this week on that, and I'm going to check right now. There we go. First down now for Carolina. Cross midfield with a personal foul. All right, hold on. Let me get this. So we got 17 and over under 43. Let's look at this, though. All right. Jets team total tomorrow. It's actually a little bit higher. 10.5 minus 138. You had that around like 133. So maybe Kyle is betting that here. How many does he have? Let me check here. Let me bring up ESPN real quick. He's got at least one. All right, so what's the the 41-yard line. Handoff. All right, Davis gets about 3-4 yards up the middle. Devontae's got 3 for 29 already, Roy. So you're in good shape there. You'll be engaged in this game. I think you'll be in good shape. Yeah, 10 and a half. If you want regular juice, it's 12 and a half minus 125. So I would actually spend the extra 13 cents and get the 10 and a half here, though. I would, man. 10 and a half. This is the NFL, man. This isn't like Alabama versus Jackson State in football or something like that. It is. It's ridiculous. It's almost like you have to take it and then you punch yourself in the nuts when they score 3 points. All right, Carolina's moving it now. We got a first down at the 22-yard line heading in here. So this is nice. Let's see what kind of live lines we're hitting now. Down to 14 and a half. So we're in pretty good shape right here. And even if, let's just say Carolina scores a touchdown, I wouldn't middle it anyway. I would just sit on the original bet I have. That's what I would do. So I know a lot of people like the middle and have fun with it, but I'm just going to ride it out regardless of what happens in this. All right, so we're at the 22-yard line. But again, this is 2 straight drives here for Carolina that they looked really good. And this is what you're trying to gauge on when you take a huge line like that, how they would be able to operate in the second half of the game if they're getting blown out. They should be able to move the football, and they're showing you they can. Ran it up the middle again. About 4 yards on that. So taking time off the clock and scoring. I didn't look at any props tomorrow. A lot of times on Sunday, AJS, I don't really look at all that many props. I'm so engaged on, a team total, a side, or, looking overall. I'm telling you, I got one tomorrow that I got up on my board that I'm going to do a lot of research on overnight because the number is coming down a little bit on the team total I like. And I always like to scratch the surface on getting those teams where if there's an injury or something that the general public doesn't like, I then start digging in and find a reason to like the play. So that's a little teaser for you on that. But I got 3 in so far, and I would love to add a 4th. But then again, you can go 2 and 1. Really hard, though, to go 3 and 1. But if it's there, we're taking stuff, man. We ain't messing around. Good fantasy day. Me and Kyle had a really good fantasy show today. So I got a couple lineups tomorrow. I put 3 $10 lineups in for the Millionaire Maker. I don't do much of live props, Roy. I know some people really like that a lot. I just usually like to stay here in my lane and, do what I do, as I like to say. All right, so we got 3rd and 3, handoff up the middle. He got 2 yards. So it's 4th and 1, and there's no way that Carolina's kicking this field goal, just to let you know that. Look at this. This guy's pretty. First down. Ooh, down to the goal line. Good. This guy's a smart guy. Bob Rod, 42. You're a pretty smart guy out there, brother. Just to let you know. We looking at my big board up there? Can you guys see my big board in the background? He's a smart dude right there. See, he read my mind on that, Oh, my God, Teddy! Oh, my God. Oh, that's a game changer. You never see that happen either. Usually they're smart enough to do that and pull it back, and he wasn't. Oh, my God, Teddy. Oh, my God, Teddy. Oh, Teddy. He's not even close either. Oh, my God, Teddy. Now, look, I don't want to, that's going to hurt now because that's going to be a touchdown to keep it close. And now you might be scrambling in the 4th quarter. But again, they're moving the football, and that's really what matters. Teddy Bridgewater reached up over the pile and got the ball swatted away, and Green Bay returned it back to the 50-yard line. That play is a 4th down play. That play is a 3rd down and 1 play. That's not a 1st down play, man. That's just a stupid play by Teddy Bridgewater. They tell you around the goal line, and you can't fault effort most times. But let's just say it's, you have a long run, 30 yards out, you're down to the 1, you're getting close, and you try to throw the ball at the pylon or reach over. I mean, you're really hustling, but it's not a smart hustle play. Who would have thought getting tackled at the half-yard line turns into a fumble the very next play? I mean, come on now, man. How come I can't see everyone's messages? I can't see the guy's last message. He mentioned Saints and Dolphins. I don't know. Oh, this one right here? That's because I'm on like 5 different outlets, Tyke. So some people are chiming in on Twitch. Some people are chiming in on Periscope. Some people are chiming in on Facebook. And also some people on YouTube. No, Tyke, I don't. The only thing I have in this game, just for some action, is the live line on the Panthers at 18.5. Yeah, that was a bad play by him, man. That pisses me off. Alabama 21-10 over Florida. How about that? Yeah, but if you had first half Green Bay Packers, that's pretty good right there for you. Yeah, I try to look. They give you like a certain amount of outlets that you can broadcast over, so I just pop them all up there. I don't even go on Facebook. Like I just click on, I don't really go on Twitch either, and I don't really go all that much on Periscope. But if they're going to let you broadcast it on them on 5 different outlets, you might as well use all 5. And I also have it through my website, rightwager.com. So if you went to Right Wager right now, it's up there live going right now. Let me take a look, see how it looks on there too. Let's see. Yeah, hey, there I am. Yeah, looking good on my website. Damn, Teddy, you can't be doing that, man. You get 20.5 now, Carolina. Damn, I would almost push the button on that too, man. 20.5? Who's out there taking 20.5 right now? I already got the 18.5, so I'm not going in anymore. But 20.5? Come on. Come on now. All right, let's see what we got here. So at the 47-yard line, play action. Doesn't look like it has anybody open, but gets out of the pocket. Oh, they're going to throw a flag on it too. Watch. No? Wow. Of course there's a penalty. I'm surprised that they didn't call that. But, of course, there's a flag somewhere in the secondary. Yeah, now with blackjack, I would be doing it right now, but I'm just going to keep the 18.5. I still think even though if Carolina's getting murked a little bit, Teddy's going to be able to move the football and get him down there again. He will. We'll be fine. They might win by a lot, Devin, but hopefully that a lot is 17. 17. But getting back to the original bets, like, everybody, if you were smart, and the bookies probably weren't that smart today with it, like, what a nice teaser that is, right? Bills and Packers. It looks almost so easy that it'd be a crime if you weren't able to get that, That's a great bet. There's the 4th catch there for Devontae Adams, so I know somebody was in there with that 7.5 or 8 catch prop. There's another one. He's going to get there. Especially when you get those cheap ones right there, like you just saw. Like he didn't have to run a route. He just snapped the ball and fire it out there, and he picks up like 7 yards on it. Cincinnati's up 10-0 over Tulsa. It is the dummy teaser of the week, man. Like, who didn't take that? Did anybody take that out there? I actually thought I took it in my super teaser, but I didn't. I only had the Buffalo Bills with a couple games wrapped around tomorrow. That's kind of disappointed I didn't do that, but that seemed like the teaser everybody was in on, and you really couldn't like fight off it. You couldn't be like, hey, I could see where it loses. Although there was, again, sharps were telling you Buffalo's in a really tough spot today to go play. So I thought the same with teaser when only first half. I love first half wagers. I'm a big first half type wager guy. Truest half of football is the first half, man. Everybody's trying to score. Everybody's trying to stop somebody. Everybody's using their timeouts. Nobody's getting inside the 5-yard line and saying, let's take 3 knees. That's not what it's about. So you do get a true shot in the first half. All right, so Green Bay's going to have second and about 6 yards. 5:50 on the clock on the 21-yard line of the Carolina Panthers here. I favorite over tomorrow? It's smart, Roy. It is really smart. Let me see. Favorite over. Yeah, that's a tough one to say, the Eagles. That's a good question, man. I mean, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Chicago, Minnesota probably has got a decent shot here. Jones rumbles down. He's got another first down for the Packers. They're just chewing on this defense for the Carolina Panthers like we knew. 51, that's a good question, man, because usually one of those games sticks out. And just like, dude, you got to take this total over. I mean, 52.5, maybe Kansas City, but what's New Orleans' game plan going to become again? Aerial assault with a banged-up quarterback and, Mike Thomas hurt? That's a good one. That's a tough one, man. What are you thinking on that? You really unlike I could see it both. I can see it both ways. Like, I do think Arizona scores tomorrow. But that second start, are we going to get, a less of an efficient effort out of Jalen Hurts now that you know what to expect as a defense? That's the only thing I worry about in that game. It really is. It really is. Yeah, Colts are always good, man. I love the Colts. I mean, I do. I think you get points in that game, Bob Rob. I do. Because even though I do like the Chicago defense, that's still a really potent offense for Minnesota. And then you got Mitchell Trubisky doing extremely well against underperforming defenses like the Minnesota Vikings are. That's got a legitimate shot. That's going to be a walk-in touchdown for Aaron Jones. This one might get ugly. That offense is something else, man. Woo! It's usually the way it is, man. You're right. Like me and Kyle always ask each other the same question on shows. What's more likely to happen or what you would be shocked by? Would you be shocked by 24-17? Or would you be shocked 34-28 in that Kansas City game? Like, in no way that game's going 24-17, right? No way. No way. Those Packers. Yeah, but this is when you take those big lines. You're not playing for first halves or, hanging around in the first half or second half. That Carolina play of 18.5 as a live line, that was focused on the fourth quarter with 6 minutes to go, and Green Bay doesn't care anymore. That's what that bet is about. So we'll see what that is there. Yeah, no, that's what it always is. That's the prognosis behind just about every bet I make. Like, when you look at the game, what would you be shocked at? You'd be shocked if both of those teams did not get into the 20s. That would be shocking. Now, having said that, it could be, 28-21, you get 49 points, but the general consensus would be if they're pushing into the 20s, they're going to have a shot at that 52. Very much, man. Very much sure. Oh, we got jokes for that one, don't we? We got jokes for that, NC. 3-team teaser up here. Bills, Green Bay. Let's see. That's just beautiful. It's beautiful. We would have all been foolish not to take that Denver Broncos, the Buffalo Bills game with this one. Panthers, dude. That's the problem, right? Aren't we talking about this? Like, the problem with this is, like, because you're coming into the game looking at like an 8.5 point line. And I'm the same way, thinking, like, the Panthers aren't coming up here on that plane like, we really got to get this win. Like, we can't go home unless we get this win. They're not thinking like that. So that's why. And the same thing with the Denver Broncos. I think the Denver Broncos are like, dude, we better win this before Christmas. Like, they don't care about that, man. Come on. That would be the greatest day. It would be the greatest score of my life. 38-20. Squeeze in under the half point. Cincinnati 10-3 on Tulsa in the pouring rain at historic Nippert Stadium in Cincinnati. Panthers are getting 23.5 right now. Oh my God. Like, I really want to get back in again, but I ain't doing that. I ain't like that tonight. If we got to eat McDonald's tomorrow, we got to eat McDonald's tomorrow. They're watching that Teddy Bridgewater replay again. Just come on, Teddy. Like, what? don't just hand it off to Mike Davis? Walk into the end zone. Damn. No? Damn. Ay. All right. 3:53 left to go in the half. They're getting busted. They could do well. They need something on this drive because here's what could happen here. You go 3-and-out and you give it back to Green Bay. That's a problem. You know what else is a problem? Green Bay gets the ball first in the second half. That's another problem. Let's see, Sabina, what we got. Team total first half hits. You like the Panthers plus? I do. I really do. I still do. As I said, we're not playing like you got to close your eyes a little bit and try not to imagine the score being 21-3. You know? Curtis Samuel can't catch either now. What's the deal? But you're playing for the fourth quarter where they're down 21 and you need to score. That's what you're playing for right now. A spread winner tomorrow? Let's see. Let's see what we like. Let's see what we like. I'm going on some active lines here. I mean, honestly, I'm in Kansas City. If you can get that 2.5 number, I'll still stick on that. But I do also think Cleveland wins by a touchdown. The Cleveland game where they're going to play the Giants has the same feel, honest to goodness. All right, they might be punting quick. Carolina might just get boat raced by 30 right now. Is the same prognosis that I have for the earlier game today between the Broncos and the Bills. Same thing that you're looking now tonight with Carolina and Green Bay. Cleveland needs to win. And you could say that the Giants need to win. They're down their top player on defense. They're down their quarterback who, when healthy, gives them the only legitimate chance. They're going to hand the football for like 40 times tomorrow and just hope they can bust a run. That's not happening. Cleveland's going to win by a touchdown tomorrow in that game. I do like that. Square as it may be. Make a play, Teddy. Nope. Hey, boy. This could get bad. I didn't expect them to be off of that 18.5 by halftime. Oh. Maybe when I wake up tomorrow, they'll have a W. Throw the flag. Yeah, I like Kansas City, man. I do. I don't want the score to turn into a horror movie for you. No, I'm telling you. You play through the ugly parts. Carolina's not going to give up. Teddy Bridgewater's probably not going to get benched no matter what happens here. You're playing for that 21-point fourth quarter game where you need one touchdown to get through that back door. That's all. That's all. He didn't touch that ball. Stop it. Tulsa driving in this college football game inside the red zone, second and about 7. That's an interesting one. All right. Let's see what we got here. This is a drive that they need to stop them. So what? 3:22 left on the clock. This one, we'll see what happens here. 24.5 now in this. Yeah, because they're look like they're going to stretch them. That's why. Jose Aldo. Thank you, man. I like it, man. Look, I fired up the old YouTube channel. Come on and hang out. It's a long day for me today doing other things, but just nice to, come on and unwind and watch a couple college football games that at least have some factors into the national standings. The calm before the storm tomorrow. Who's in, who's out? Where's that weather? We're going to get any COVID positive tests overnight? That's my only worry. I love doing these shows, man. It's fun stuff. It's fun stuff, man. Tulsa's in. What, we got 10-10? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Cincinnati. Uh-oh. Are there good fights tonight, though? Is there any big-time UFC fights? Are we going to get like a Logan Paul or whatever the Paul, Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor? We're going to get to watch that one? Just a couple. I actually went to my boy's house. We got together and watched the Tyson. It's funny, the Tyson fight. Like I'm talking from like 1991. Guy's still fighting. Canelo's fighting tonight? Ah, all right. Is he? Who's he fighting tonight? Yeah, like I don't consider this work though. If I'm saying I'm going to watch some of the football games anyway, I might as well come on because it's not like I can go upstairs and sit on the couch with my wife. Because as soon as the football game goes on, she's yelling at me or going upstairs. So he's fighting the tomato can. Yeah, I want to do this for baseball season too. Like, even if it's not like, big game of the night or ESPN or whatever's on the ticket, but I'll come on for every Phillies game, just hang out and talk baseball. I love baseball season. Baseball's so much fun for me, man. I enjoy it. Ooh, Devontae dropped the pass. 2nd and 10. .322 on the clock, 23, over under 53.5. I'm saying that 53.5 might not be a bad option either, to be honest. Yeah, McDonald's, it's always about eating McDonald's, man. If you can make McDonald's money out of some of this stuff, that's what it's all about. All right, we got 2nd and 10 here. Come on, can we get a stop? Like, don't. Oh, they ain't getting no stop. Lazard. It'll be interesting because if the Packers are going to get the top seed, so you're going to have to go through Green Bay to get to the Super Bowl. And we look at the teams like the NFC. I mean, look, it ain't going to be no easy run. The Rams are going to be a tough out. The Saints, when they get healthy, are going to be a tough out in the playoffs, man. So the Green Bay is not going to be able to just walk to the final or walk to the Super Bowl. It'll be interesting to see, too, because we don't really have any fans. Do you get more fans as the weeks go on, or is it probably just going to be shut down throughout? Second down here. Yeah, Packers will not make the Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't. Like, you can win money on the Packers, but it's not. I've never had the Packers as one of those teams I cheered for. I never really have. Like, other than a bet here or there, it's what I don't know. It's just I don't know if Aaron Rodgers gets on my nerves, and man. So now it's a 2-minute warning. They're going to score again. So this is going to be a hammer time. There you go, 6:25. That's how I first maybe became aware of you, I should say, when you and Jeff started the MLB show a couple years back. Yeah, I love Major League. Major League Baseball, to me, is such a strict numbers game, and it's every day in the grind. I love it. I really do. Nestled into, like, more of a team total aspect now. And there's a lot of money to be won in baseball. I had a great baseball season last year. And it was a shame that it was cut in half. But it was actually kind of good that it was cut in half, because when you're betting team totals or overs in Major League Baseball, a lot of it is about hitting weather. And we started right in the middle of the summer, which is why I saw this year baseball heading into the spring was thinking about pushing the season back into May. And even though it's going to cause some games, which I don't bet all that much early on as is, you're going to get hitting weather. The games that you struggle with are when you open the season in late March and early April and it's 42 degrees and the ball's not carrying well. Those are issues. But when you're able to run like late May, June, July, August, early September, when it's hot out, that ball flies, man. That ball flies. I like college basketball too. I always get started late into it anyway. Like, there's a lot of really good sites out there that keep the grind going with a lot of good content, with statistics stuff like KenPom.com. I love it. I just let those things pile up, but I'm trying to learn college basketball this year and the effect of no fans. And, you're going to have some conferences that are going to play double headers. For instance, you go play a team on a Friday, you stay Friday night, you play them again on Saturday in their building. A lot of interesting stuff on that type of stuff here. Dream matchup, Kansas City versus Green Bay. I would love if Buffalo got there, man. They deserve that so much, man. Buffalo deserves to be there so much. I've always been on team totals, man. It's funny because when you look at games and you try to get in, like even when you just have something, you get 26.5 now. God, what the hell? That's a live number for tonight. God damn. But no, it's hard enough to pick a side because you have to factor in both sides of the football, or in baseball, both sides of the pitching staffs. When you could just zero in on one side and get some pretty good knowledge, it really helps out. It really does, and I love it. And I have fun doing it too, and that's a lot of half the battle there. I love the Bills, man. I'm one of those fans that we, grew up in Philadelphia, and that little Lombardi spinning in back of us here. I know what it means to be a fan where nothing's going your way and your heart always breaks because your team never wins. And you finally get, even Cleveland Browns fans, like they lost their team, went to Baltimore. Then they get replaced by a brand new Browns franchise. They can't get out of their own way. And that 1 year that they're putting it together, they can't all be together in the stadium. Like the Buffalo Bills and their fans, all these years, 25, like just stinking and still believing and stinking every year. You finally get that team that makes a legitimate run, and you can't be there with 65,000 of your best friends exploding every Sunday and cheering your boys on. You know what I mean? Like, that's not right. That's not right. It really isn't. Yep. Bang, bang. Gabe, no, it doesn't really have anything to do with that, though. Because most people behave like, I'm not a big fan of the Browns football team, but I'm a big fan of the Browns fans. Like, I love a really good fan base that's always there, ups and downs, Like, when you look at, like, the Cleveland Browns, fans show up, man. All they want is a winner. Same thing with the Buffalo Bills, man. Like, it's that Rust Belt, the football towns, football country, man. Western PA, upstate New York, Cleveland on the lakes. I mean, that's football country, man. All right, 3rd and 20 here. So if we can get off the field here for the Panthers and not give up a penalty. He's going to run. He's nowhere near a first down and at the 40. So I would love for a nice punt here. Let's go. Bills Mafia, awesome, man. Yeah, I was in college. That was my last year of college. I remember watching that from my house. I lived with six people off campus. We all rented a house. I remember watching that game. All right. Looks like Alabama's trying to put this one away for Florida, which we all thought was going to happen anyway. Yeah, see you, Ty. Enjoy, man. Yeah, I'll be on here for another minute or two. Wait for this halftime to come up. And the Green Bay Packers are punting. Thank you, Jesus. So now we'll have a legit shot at that 18.5 in the second half here. What do you got, about 9:30 Eastern time tonight? I'll be up late tonight. I'll have the headphones on, blasting music, trying to crunch some of these numbers, try not to outsmart myself on a couple games tomorrow that I'm looking at. But my board's set up pretty good, though. Plays I got in, I'm really confident in, and I think we're going to do well again tomorrow. We should get after it here. see what we got here. So we got good football game in that Cincinnati-Tulsa game. Is that live? Alabama's in again? Jeez, man. Anybody bet that game tonight? Because I know I saw somebody tweet out like, oh, the line's dropping down to 16 now. Man, Alabama is just outrageousness. The question is going to be, is everybody's going to get all bent out of shape and upset? By the way, when did they do is tomorrow the day they choose? Wasn't it always on like a Sunday with their final BCS show was? When is that this year? Whose team total is 44.5? What, Alabama game? Which one are we talking about? Yeah, we'll see what that second half line is. Because I would like the over. I'm already thinking about the over in that second half, so. Damn. That's funny, too. It's such a different, college to pros. Like you're looking at 44.5 is like a game total. And that's Alabama's team total. That's awesome. So funny. All right, so good. I do it a miracle stop by the Carolina Panthers, who somehow came up with a sack. And Carolina's only got one timeout, but where's this? Oh, man, they're done. Yeah. You were hoping that ball would float into the end zone, so there's probably a limited chance of scoring. Now you just want to actually get a first down and be able to get off the field now and get to the half. Yeah, George Sports Machine. It was a big deal on Sunday nights. All right, let's roll the tape. All right, Teddy. Yes, just be conservative, get to the half. We'll be doing no nonsense out here, man. Teddy got a first down. All right, so maybe they are going to try to do some things here. And he got out of bounds. Nice play. Nice play by DJ. Yeah. All right. I'm like Sabino, I'll stick with the let me wait for your thing to pop up here on StreamYard so everybody can see it. I mean, honestly, I think it's a bargain price. I don't care how square it is, too. 64% of the money tickets coming in on Kansas City. I'm just taking that. You know what I mean? I'm just taking that. I think Arizona beats the Philadelphia Eagles by 7-2. So that's 6.5. Cleveland and the New York Giants. I think Cleveland wins that game by a touchdown. You got Colt McCoy. Come on, man. Same thing with Seattle. Seattle's up to 6.5. Dwayne Haskins is in. Dwayne Haskins. And no Gibson to lean on. Those games look paint by numbers to me. They do. All right, 2nd and 10 here for Carolina. What do you got, Teddy? I don't even know what that was, but that should be a flag. No? Damn. Why would now see? Let me see this out route here. Yes, Kyle's best bet tomorrow. That's his only bet tomorrow. There's nothing. The Eagles have nothing in the secondary. The only reason why the Eagles were able to beat New Orleans last week is because Taysom Hill was the quarterback. But that secondary is in shambles. In shambles, man. It's got like a 28-20 feel to it to me. That's what I'm feeling about that Arizona game tomorrow in that range. 31-21, 31-20, 31-17, 28-20, something in that range. That's what I'm feeling like. Put the mortgage on the Jets team total. Like if the Eagles weren't playing at 4 o'clock, I might have actually gone live during the Jets game, and we would have talked that thing out. Honest to God. And we would be laughing at the half, having 10 points out of the Jets. Jets got 10 at the half. Only need a half point. And watching that second half in excruciating pain. Wish we would. All right, we got 55 seconds left here. And by the way, Florida fumbled that ball in the goal line. Anybody watching the Florida game too? What, did they blow that play dead? Why? It's clearly a fumble. It's clearly a fumble. So what's the deal? They call it out or not? And by the way, I'm looking here, Kyle, on a line. Jamal Williams is questionable to return with a quad injury. So bad news if you have the Carolina Panthers. They're going to have to use their best tomorrow. So call stands. Like, what just happened there? If anybody's watching this Florida game, help me out on that. Odd. I got to get to Twitter here and see what the hell they're talking about on this. That don't even make any sense. Jeez. So Florida gets in. That's odd. I don't know what did they call him down by contact? Like, what was the call in the fumble? I don't even understand. Looked like an easy fumble call. I don't even have any money on it. I'm getting upset. All right. All right, here we go. Can they hold Aaron Rodgers out of field goal range? Oh, they sacked him again. How about that? Hey. Way to go. All right, so getting some stuff here now, huh? All right. Adams with another catch. He's able to get out of bounds. And they got third down and probably, about 10 or so, 21 seconds ago. Flag down. Who's the flag on, though? It's got to be on the offense if it's that quick, right? There you go. So they didn't score the rest of the half. So you're going to head to the second half. 18-point game. Yeah? Huh. All right, so that'll kill that drive. So we're going to go in the half, 21-3. Let's see what comes up here at the half. Let's see. Let's see if I can bring up second half so I can get a jump on this stuff. We'll see what comes up here. Cincinnati takes a 17-10 lead. Yeah, Bama's good, man. Bama Clemson going to be classic. Second and 23. They pick up about 10. Turns into third down now. Only 16 seconds left. So even if they just keep dinking and dunking here, we'll see. I pick Clemson all year. I'm still going to ride that, Akbar. I've been on Clemson the whole year. All right, 3rd and 9. Aaron Rodgers rolling out. Nice, good. He dropped it. Thank God. That would have been a field goal if he catches that. Did. You got to get that catch. Jeez, Tanyan. Woo! Don't. Bama's got the ball back. Looks like it's probably going to go to half, too. All right. So we head to the half. 21-3. Let's see what Farrow's got. South Carolina's finest. Let's see here. Jesus. All right, so that's the half. And Bam is rolling down the field now. Let's see what that second half number comes out. Keep on hitting refresh till it changes. Yeah, Big Ten's. Ohio's in. Ohio State's definitely in. Nothing yet. So what do we got? It's 21-3 at the half. Still don't have anything up yet on my end. Bama already in the field goal range, looking to tack on. All right, so we got Panthers getting 4 in the second half. I'll see what that total comes out to be. 24.5. So that's right on it. Let me see in the first couple seconds if that moves. Let's see if I go to another outlet here. Check a second half line. Let's see here. The live line over 50 for this game. I don't mind that so much. Yeah, 24.5 is plus 100 now. Let's see if we can get to 24 in that. I mean, hey, if you're looking to take 4, it's like in the 22 anyway at this point, but yeah, I don't think that's going to get off that number. If it was 24, I'd go in on it, but it's 24.5, which is going to force you to get to 20, which I do think they still get to, but I'll stick with the 18.5 on that end of it. So nothing really that looks fantastic, but if you can get a 24 number or there we go, 24. So now it's 24. I would take the over 24 in the second half for a little bit. I wouldn't mind that play, but now it's 24 now. But I'll just stick with the 18.5. Big day tomorrow, so join us tomorrow on sportsbookreview.com. Me and Kyle going over 12 p.m., getting you ready for 1 o'clock, 1 4-hour show. Be good stuff here. We'll do this again. We'll have some fun going over and hanging out live, talking some NFL football. And who knows, maybe tomorrow night for the Sunday night football game, I might pop on. Let's see if we can post that out, see what happens tomorrow. Thanks for joining me on all channels here, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, whatever. Hit the like button, hit the follow button. Thanks for tuning in, subscribing, and we will be back at it, as I said, maybe tomorrow.